Bursa. Like many places in this part of the world, Bursa has a long and rich history. The area is said to have had human settlement since 5200 BC. Back in 200 BC, it was part of the Macedonian Empire, but was granted to Prusias I, the king of Bithynia. Later, it was renamed to Prusa, which is from where the current-day Bursa gets its name. The Eastern Roman Empire eventually took over the city, and later it became a garrison town under the Byzantines in 562 AD. And then came the Ottoman Empire, starting with Osman in 1299 AD. He was followed by his son Orhan, who captured Bursa in 1326 and established his capital there. This resulted in a huge boom for the city. Osman and Orhan are both buried on a hilltop in Bursa alongside other family members. Orhan's grandson, Bayezid I, commissioned the Ulu Jami, or Grand Mosque of Bursa, in 1399 to commemorate his great victory at the Battle of Nicopolis. It was, and still is, the largest mosque in Bursa. Soon after this mosque was built, Bayezid traveled to Ankara in 1402 to meet a new threat rising from the east. The defeat he suffered at the hands of Timur is perhaps the worst of Ottoman history. Timur traveled on to Bursa and burnt down this mosque. After his victory, Timur confirmed Mehmet Çelebi as Sultan, but his brothers Isa, Musa, Suleiman, and later Mustafa refused to recognize his authority, resulting in an 11-year civil war. Eventually, in 1413, Mehmet Çelebi, or Mehmet I, became the Sultan of the Ottomans. In 1421, Mehmet Çelebi was buried in the mausoleum called the Green Tomb by his son Murad II. The Green Tomb is part of the Green Complex, which was commissioned by Mehmet Çelebi late in his life. The complex includes the tomb, a mosque, a madrasa or school, a public kitchen, and a bathhouse. The decorative work in this complex, especially in the tomb and mosque, has a lot of Persian influence, and a number of the artisans who worked on this were from Tabriz. The Muradiye complex was constructed by Sultan Murad II in 1426. It includes a mosque, a madrasa, a bath, a hospice, a fountain, epitaphs, and numerous graves and tombs. Much of the complex was damaged in an earthquake in 1855. Restorations were completed in the late 19th century. The complex contains 12 main tombs, including that of Sultan Murad II. The 16 meters long and 11 meters wide Irgandi Bridge was built over the Gökdere, which is a tributary of the Nilofer River. The bridge was commissioned by a merchant named Muslihuddin in 1442 during the reign of Mehmet II. It is a rare type of covered bridge which houses a bazaar. Bursa was a center of silk production and trade, particularly from the 14th through the 16th centuries. Bayezid II ordered the construction of Kozahan in 1490 next to the Orhan Gazi Mosque. Using the Waqf system, the proceeds of this market were allocated to the Bayezid II Collier in Istanbul. The Caravanserai provided lodging for foreign merchants, storage for their animals and goods, housing for the workshops and craftsmen, and offices for conducting business.